Hi, how are you? It's Wednesday night. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. It's the big turkey day. We've got our beautiful bird over here, and I'm going to show you what I do to prepare my bird to smoke it tomorrow. So I'm going to smoke the turkey. Now, the hardest part about smoking turkey is finding rolling papers big enough to get the turkey in. Just kidding. Okay, but the first thing we're going to do is prepare our marinade. And we're going to use a lemon herb marinade. And I've got I've got some salad oil here. And this is 8 lemons freshly squeezed. That's going to go in the salad oil there. And then I'm going to combine that with my dry ingredients. This is some different herbs and some garlic salt, onion salt. Yeah, that's going to go in there. Paprika. And we'll get that all nice and mixed up here. I've got it in this thing. Usually use this to make pancakes, but I'm going to need to pour it into the bags. It's just convenient. Anyway, we'll put that aside. Let those herbs kind of soak in there for a few minutes. Now, let's get to the bird. Now, here's our lovely turkey. Got a nice little 20-pound bird. You know, sometimes people wonder, is this a male turkey or a female turkey? Well, it's really important when you prepare the bird. You got to take the stuff out of the cavity. You'll find this thing here that holds the wings and stuff down. You're going to see why we're not going to need that. This has the giblets and gizzards and stuff. And here, this is your clue. So here we know that this was a male turkey. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually the neck. We'll save that for later. All right. Now, this is the most important thing here. This is our towel. And the best place to find these is in the operating room. So I lift these out of the OR. Now, the problem with smoking a turkey is that it takes so darn long. A 20-pound bird is going to take 12 to 18 hours of cooking time to smoke that bird, which means I'm going to have to set the alarm for the middle of the night and stay up all night smoking the turkey in order to have it ready for my company tomorrow. Well, that's not going to work. So I've come up with an ingenious way to decrease cooking time, and we're going to be able to smoke this thing in 4 to 6 hours. And what we're going to do is cut the turkey in half. And the way you want to do that is you want to cut it in half the long way. So we're going to cut across the breastbone and across the backbone. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our little knife here, and we're going to start up here, and I'm going to cut on the breastbone here, the breast meat. I'm going to take this down to the bone and come across here and cut the skin there. And then we're going to flip this baby over. Drain some of the juices into the sink here. Don't want to make the wife mad, make too much of a mess. And we'll come over here and we'll score, again, the skin and the meat on the back down to the backbone. Now, the big issue becomes, how in the world am I going to cut this in half and cut through the backbone? And I have a great solution. Let me show you my favorite kitchen tool that we have in our kitchen. Is our hacksaw. And this is a wonderful kitchen tool. No kitchen should be out without the handy hacksaw. And so what we're going to do here, we'll stand our bird up here, and we're going to get rid of this part here. Use a knife here. This is that's the part that went over the fence last. We don't want to go with that. And stand it up here, and remember that we want turkey without any fingers, so we want to be a little careful. This is our hacksaw here. You see how nice that works? Take that right through the bone there. So we've got the back split, and now we just flip the bird over here. And we're going to work on the breast. connect the dots, and there we have two wonderful turkey halves. Now those are going to go on the smoker just like this. Because we've really kept the integrity of the bird, but just cut it in half, we're going to be able to decrease our smoking time without affecting the juiciness and the flavor of the bird. Now, I don't particularly care for the flavor of organ meats. We're going to get the kidneys and stuff out of here. Now some people, like my sister for instance, she likes to use this stuff for her gravy. Not her gravy, I'm sorry, her stuffing. Again, I'm not particularly fond of the taste of organ meat, so that's not going to happen for my Thanksgiving bird here. And we'll do the same on this side. It's important that you have your bird thawed prior to cooking, even prior to this part. There's still a little bit of ice in here, but that's going to be okay. Now, use our operating room towel here. So it's a nice accessory. Now, how are we going to marinate the bird? We've got these brining bags. And these can be bought over the internet for really very cheap. You can kind of buy a bunch of them that last you several years. So these bags are basically giant Ziploc bags. And we'll see whether we're going to need one or two. Looks like we're going to be able to get away with one for this bird. Now what I like to do is grab a pan here. Again, just in case we get a little hole in the bag, we won't make too much of a mess in the refrigerator. Again, if the wife ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Well, this is just a big fancy Ziploc bag. Put that on our pan. We'll have in there. Let's move over here towards the marinade. Making a bit of a mess there. So here's our lemon herb marinade. You know, I'm planning on smoking this and using some citrus wood for flavor. I'd like to thank my Uncle Rick for the generous supply of the citrus wood. He has many citrus trees that he trims and gives me a nice supply whenever I need it. Alright, so we've got that all nice and mixed up. Pour this over the birds here. And then we just put this in the refrigerator overnight, and tomorrow morning we'll start the smoking process. Sleep well, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for Thanksgiving.